Hey rail fan, this Doug Train Depot, all aboard. Well, you've seen last week we did downtown, the little area right by one of the high-rise buildings there. We fixed up the little ground area with the landscaping. Today we're going to do the Amtrak landscaping around the Amtrak, and we also going to cut a back for this building. See how it's open back there? Because this building has lights. Well, now we got to put a backing on here, and how I'm going to do that, I'm going to show y'all. All aboard. All right, we made it back, all aboard. Well, like I said, we're going to make the back of this building here, and I got a piece of stock, styrofoam stock. Well, first of all, I got to measure this thing, and I'm thinking I want to put it inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure this with my speed square, and it got numbers on it, just like a ruler, just like a ruler. So what I'm gonna do is put it right up against this here where it can be straight, where I can see how wide I need to cut my board. Well, since I want that board inside of this home area, this building, so it's showing 4 inches. Well, let me see, let me get this right. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's showing 4 inches and 5/8. So 4 inches and 5/8. So what we have 4 inches and 5/8. 5/8 right past half. Then the next two is the 5/8. All right. So what I'm gonna do. That's how wide I have to be. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make my mark for 4 and 5/8. So I made my mark there. Now I'm going to get my T-square. I'll get my T-square. And what I'm about to do now is square this up with my T-square right on my mark. Right on my mark, on my pencil mark. I don't know if you can see it, right here. So I'm gonna put my T-square right on that, just like that. Now what I'm gonna do, hold all aboard. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my razor and I'm gonna cut that board right on my pencil mark. 4 and 5/8. Keeping it flush and taking my time. There we go. Now once I cut that, then all I'm gonna do is break it just like that. Just break it. Just break it. See how that broke? It broke right on the edge. Then you just get your blade or your stucco, whatever knife you have, and right in the crease. You can cut it either there or you can see what you're doing and just get right there and go right down it. Just like that. Just like that. All right. We cut that off. We'll just set it down here. All right, we cut that piece. So now what we'll do, we'll put this back up. We'll put the building back in place. Just like that. And we'll see what we have. All right. Now you see how that fit in place in there? That fit right inside where we want it to fit in. Let me show you. See how that fits? And I want it inside the building. And that fit pretty good. That fit pretty good there, y'all. See that? All right. Now what I'm gonna do, I think I'd rather put siding. I think I'm gonna put some little slides on here where it'll be easier for me to just pull that off and push it back on. So all aboard. All right, we made it back. So I'm looking to see how I really want to cut this, because we got to look different of size there on the back end. So what I'm gonna do is make a mark. I'm just gonna make a mark right there, and then I'm gonna cut it. All right, so I get my T-square again. That's why it's good to have a see-through T-square where you can see your mark. Set that pencil right on that mark. Get your razor blade. Keep it pressed evenly, and then just cut it slowly. Slowly cut it. Cause what we say, safety is number one. We want to be safe. Where we won't cut ourselves, right? All right, so it pops a loose for us. Now we'll go back in here like that, and we'll finish cutting it through. Just like that. We'll take that off. We'll stick it down here. Now, let's see what we got with our building. Our building here. All right. I'm looking at what we have. You know, I think I'm gonna try to make this fit. I was gonna put some slides on here where it can pop in and pop out, but I think just pop it in place, it'll be just fine, just like that. Or I'm gonna go ahead and make a slide, I think. I'm trying to see, do I want to make, well, they got a lot of glue right there. That ain't good. That glue right here, this glob of glue right here, that ain't good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut it evenly of the unit itself. Like that. And I'm just gonna make my mark. Let me see, let me look at what we got here. Oh shoot. No, we can't do it that way because of the lighting is in the way. So what we're gonna have to do, y'all, we're gonna have to put that in like that and just glue it on right there, just like that. We're just gonna, that right there will fit just like that. Let me make my, I think, I like that. I kind of like how it is. I like how it is. So we done with that. So now it's lighter. We got a backing on it. So all aboard. Okay, we're gonna drill a hole in the back to hold the back of this board together. All right. Once we did that, we're gonna set the board in place. So we put a hole in the back. We're gonna put this board back in place like that, just like that. We're gonna set it right in place, and then we're gonna get the screw. We're gonna set it right in there. Now we're gonna screw this down. All right, we'll screw this on down, just like that. Screwing it down, just like that, to hold it in place, just like that. All right. Now, see that? We got the back on. So now when we light this up, we got the back on in place. Now when we light it up, the light will illuminate in there a lot better. Stay with us. All aboard. All right, train fan, I'm back. What we're gonna do, because we got to put this building up on a higher platform, we got to cut a foam board, but raise it up off the ground where we're putting it at. And I'm gonna show you why we're doing this. All right, train fan, this is the slope of that street over there, so we got to cut this part out, but that building will still be even though it's on a downhill slope. Stay aboard. All right, train fan, we cut the piece that we needed to make it be even to the street. So once we hot glue this on right here, then we'll be ready to set this building. All aboard. All right, we'll hold this building down in place where that glue can lock to it. Once that glue locked down on it, then we'll be ready to put this in the place it needs to go at. And we'll be able to mount it right on that board, downtown Atlanta. All aboard. All right, let's go look at the building in the place of going down that slant. All aboard. All right, you see how the building is in place, going up that hill. The door's right there at the street level. Now that's the other building we're gonna be working on next to it. Let me move this out the way. So let's give y'all an idea of what it's gonna look like, where that's gonna be at. Now we're ready to work on the foliage, the landscaping for the Amtrak. All aboard. All right, welcome back. So this is the area we working on right here. I just set these trees together. I just got to drill them in place. Let me do that. Let me drill that in place where we can just put the glue right down, but I don't think I'm gonna glue it because I still got a lot more. So at least it'll hold it in place for us. So that's what we're gonna do. All aboard.